Here we are back with the Mars Mission Science Kit by LEGO Education. This is set number 45202, contains 933 pieces, retails for $99.99, and that was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, in this installment today, we're going to be doing this gravitational thing here. And yeah, remember in the last installment we did the other one. But, you know, that kind of thing, it worked. It was just more or less just your cookie cutter educational set. So in this installment today, yeah, we're going to be, how would you design a space pod to land on Mars? Oh, it's the same old cookie cutter stuff. At least we get some illustrations in the book and stuff like that. Even better, because that right there makes the build fun. Well, that's kind of pretty. Yeah. So we're going to be doing that thing there. Yeah, so now we have to build this thing here, do that, and then that. And I already have the bags all keyed up right now. Let me find bag 4. That's obviously the biggest bag. And I think we're going to need some stuff out of this one. I don't know yet, so let's get that all keyed up for you. And yeah, so far we're at a 9. I'm not too thrilled with this set. It just seems like your cookie cutter stuff. Disclaimer! These videos will not be construed or considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes. Something that I need to present to the LEGO group, but I will try my best to cover everything in the video, but I cannot make a guarantee. These are also just for fun. This is just merely a hobby of mine, so we'll treat it as that. Don't take these seriously. These are just basically just time waster projects. And in addition, most importantly, let's just have fun. Let's just build and enjoy the model. And I may make mistakes or boo-boo or screw up on the thing. Just watch the video all the way through, because some have been getting pretty nasty with me about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I do make mistakes once in a while in these videos, but you know, it's to be expected. This is just YouTube. It's not professional by any means. So we're going to sit back and enjoy the set. Okay, let's begin with bag 4. Let's build it here. And so it begins. I don't know if we're going to need this or not yet. And today is March 19th, 2026. Oh, I hope that's not scratched, but I bet it is. Oh, yuck. We got small bags in there. Oh, we're going to be here for a while. There's a couple of these. We'll take a look at those here in a second. But sand yellow I could definitely use. I'm going to try to get this one filmed today, all the way through, just so I can give you guys something. I already have videos for the following week, or for next week, but the following week I don't. This will probably be the only video in itself, so I can clean off some storage, which is getting ridiculously overpriced. Okay, yep, we're probably going to bring this baby down to an 8. Nice scratch right there. I mean, I don't think I'll ever use these. There's some right there, too. Yeah, how bad is this one now? Yeah, this is pitted up Lego. I'm going to drop this down to an 8 because I'm such a nice guy. Yeah, well. Okay, we got the nasty part out of the way. Let's get on to the minifigure here. I found out what light's flickering. The cord on this thing's kind of flaky. I need to... Oh, speaking of that, I need to order a ring light, a newer one here. So right here, I'm working here, and I don't think I want you to strain yourself. We'll do it right there. So more or less, these sets are just more or less just a time waster build than anything else. I got other things I'd like to do. I'm doing some work related stuff today. while I'm working on this. So double-sided head. And I mean, I like the old classic space, but I'm not particularly keen of just doing nothing but the same old boring colors. So far I've done 3 of these sets and they're all the same color palette. Just very washed out, not too exciting. You know, Jay, why did you even get this? I had no choice, it's here. So, but if Lego ever says, hey Jay, would you like to review an education set? We got that, that's printed. I'm going to be like, no, pass on that. Thank you for asking though, and then walk away from it. Got the radio with the print. Those are always good for making like buttons and stuff for your spaceships. So that is a very big help. Let's hope I don't get interrupted here while I'm working. So there's our spaceman there. Okay, we got him done. Okay, now it looks like we're moving on to the pods. Let's get going on that. Now, I don't know if we're building one of these or 2. Okay, I see what we're doing now. Okay, just checking out here. Yeah, so I'm not in the mood to do education today. I really want to get into the Pokemon stuff, but I've been promising I got to show my birthday gifts. I have to do that, so I didn't even gather them. I've been kind of just all over the place. I didn't get any feedback on that miscellaneous build item. So if no one's going to say anything, I may be inclined to do that myself. And just buy it anyways, just for fun. Making sure I don't have any clients coming up to the walk. Yeah, hey, at least it's not a beach trip where I'm stuck in the hotel room because nobody wanted to do anything. At least here I can just go about my own business here. Yeah, I'm kind of tired today after a long trip, but well, it's already getting hot. At least with Lego we can stay cool in the house, but after a while I'm tired of sitting in the house. Alrighty. I remember that F1 truck we put together. That wasn't a bad build. That was pretty fun. This thing here, I just really don't care about it, you know, all that much. Well, Jay, you don't have to put it together, you know. I know I have to. I can't just throw this in a parts bin and just say, Lego, I give up, because they won't be too happy with that. I have to put my opinions into it, too. You know, that's the thing about the ambassador thing. You're kind of locked into a contract, and you just got to deal with it. You know, it's cheap advertising for them. And I get to keep the product when I'm done. So right now, technically, I don't consider this as my Lego set. This is just something Lego had sent me for review. To check it out, talk about it, all that stuff while we're building. So I don't consider this as mine until I'm done. And am I done yet? No. Because I'm being punished by doing my vegetables first. But at least everything is in its own book. Okay, now we're working on the sides. But I just remembered something. Let me go I'm working on a project right now that's not Lego related. But I see them right here. Let me put a few more parts and then I'll show you. It's part of my birthday gift. Some of you are going to laugh, but you know, hey, we got to have fun here, right? This can't just be strictly 100% Lego because even I would get bored of that. Yeah, so I've been working on this. I'm on season 1 right now. What am I doing with that? And I got this one here. The Johto Journey. Oh boy. I'm ripping a copy of that off those discs and putting them on my servers. A better copy of them. And yes, I'm actively watching those. I'm copying them, putting them on a media server so I can watch them on the iPad or on the go. So for you movie companies, shame on you. You need to protect that stuff a little better. But I'm using that just for my own personal use to watch. Alright, and then this one here, oh, we're not done with that yet. I thought we were done. There's a lot of parts in there, because now we got to do a sub-step. But yeah, oh, Jay, what are you doing with that? That's for kids. No, it's not for kids. I know grown men who watch Pokemon. It gets me away from watching the news, watching the nonsense that's going on right now, because everything is just political at this point, and I just really don't want to hear it. So I just turn it off and say, cartoon time. Or some of you guys would call it anime, but I'll call it cartoon time. Gotta have those cartoons. And there we go. And now I gotta do the other side here. It looks like it was just a mirror. But, you know, just to sit back and just take my time, be a big kid, just do nothing. Helps out. And but I have more than that if you're interested, if you want me to show you. I got 3 plushies. I got an Umbreon, Togechick, and I can't remember the other one. My mom was out today and she brought home a Squirtle that I already had. She goes, "Do you have it?" I said, "Let me look." "Oh yeah, I have that one." You know, so she's like, "Well, I'll have to take him back." I'm like, "That's up to you." I mean, I already got one, but I mean, I wouldn't mind taking another one, but I think it's like $12 she wants back on her card. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And as long as that sits like that, with the studs here, not too bad. And then now we got to put the scratch windshields on here. I mean, it's kind of cool looking. You know what? If you put some oxygen stuff on the side of this, make it look like one of those cloning chambers. Suspended animation chamber. And our minifigure is supposed to sit in there with his radio. I don't know if his radio will fit in there. Let's try putting him in there. You know what might be easier? Let's put the studs here in the back and make it easier. I don't think we're going to be able to keep the radio in his hand. Boy, that just doesn't fit in there, does it? Let's open up both sides then. Wow, this is coming apart. Well, that's kind of cheapsy. Yeah. This is just pathetically falling apart. Jay, you don't look like you want to do this. No, no, particularly not. There we go. So he can make his phone calls while he's out there in the thing, and that's essentially what that is. It's just that, but got a nice handle there. But there's got to be more to it than this. Okay. Now looks like we're building the base to this now. You'll also need to get out of your special bag that doesn't tell you, so you just need to unpack that when you need it. Nice cinnamon color. Yummy. It should be perforated on one side. Looks like I just need a couple of these here. Okay. It says one, but don't rub on the wall. Yeah, these educational sets are just kind of meh. Don't worry, because the next set we'll be doing will be Eevee, which will be a while, but we'll get there. Okay. My goal today is to try to do this whole set, get it out the door, and start editing right away. The reason being is just to hurry up and just move on to something else. But as far as for vacations go, and I am due for a camping trip. I want to go camping because my bunch wants to be around technology, and to me it's like today I was trying to text you, you didn't have your phone on. I'm like, oh, I had it on mute because I was filming the first part of this, and it's going to get to that point where I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to leave the phone on mute, and it's just going to be just 100% pestering all day. Hey, when my old phone broke, it was silence. It was quiet. It kind of brought back the old times, the way I used to do things. I've seen that before. Okay. Which hole? The top hole? Just wiggle that in there. It should go like there. Okay, pretty good. Alright, take another one of these. Yeah, I'm already due for another haircut already. It's like, wow, that time's already fly. Yeah, I gotta go to the dentist next week. It's another weekday I gotta burn off. I'm like, am I burning off? I'm burning off literally all my my work time. Like, literally, I'm burning off my days off on just chores. And it's just kind of getting irritating. I gotta go down for a cleaning. I don't know if I'm doing x-rays or not. I don't want to deal with that, but... And they called me out of all times when I was out of town. Hey, with the new phone now, I got a voicemail because the other service provider I was under, I kept asking them to help me set up my voicemail. It just wouldn't work. They would not even help me, so that's why I dropped them. Bad customer service will get you nowhere. Ooh, let me zoom this out here. I'm already zoomed out. Wow. Yeah, you just don't look exciting. You just sound kind of bored. Yeah, these are not the most exciting sets to build. Okay, these go on the top. Oh wow, we're building a whole entire skyscraper. Sorry if you can't see a whole lot right now. I don't know how big these sets are until I get to them. And I always get that, I can't see what you're doing, Jay. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I could read ahead, but a lot of these videos that I do are just impromptu. I don't even plan them out. The thing I plan out is, okay, I'm going to be building so and so. Like today, we're doing the boring education sets. Should just do these all in one sitting just to get them done. Okay, that's what these are for. Okay, so right here, we have to decorate with a star. All that for this. Well, they're sure using up a lot of pages in here. But I've been reading a lot of the comments stuff. We need more of these. We haven't even got to the wheels yet. We're using these up here. Do we need... Oh, okay, we gotta make 2 of these now. Wait, there's more? This thing is taller? Are you kidding me? Ugh. Jay, you can suffer through it. Yeah, I don't want to suffer through it. It's Lego's famous skyscrapers where it's like really tall and it's just full of nothing but air. And before anybody says anything, yes, I complain through these because I want a good build experience, and this is not it. I mean, I'm sure someone out there is going to think this is the best set in the whole wide world, and if they do that, hey, I tip my hat off if you like this set. I mean, you may see something that I don't in here. And right there, okay. I don't know if there's a pin that's supposed to go in the back or not. Okay, we need to go up higher. Jay, how tall is this thing going to go? I don't know. See, that's the thing. I just don't know. I got to make 2 of these. And the thing is, I can't see what I'm doing now because I'm used to working down here on the table. Now I'm working way up here. Okay, how does that even go in? Oh, it goes like that. Yeah, I'd rather be at the beach than doing this. But I kept hearing, oh, I just want to sit back and enjoy the hotel room. And what'd they do? What did my bunch do? Played on their phones. I mean, I played on my phone because I was bored out of my mind. So I just kind of left it at that. Didn't sound like you had a lot of fun, Jay. Not really. It was a business trip. It wasn't like I was going out for a few days. I thought, well, I could spend one whole day there and just kind of relax and just kind of go see the sights. But they did not want to do that. My mom kept playing that reality TV stuff. My nephew was either sleeping or playing on his phone, didn't want to do anything. And so, well, let's do this. Finally got him to at least go out for a meal because they wanted a pizza order, and I thought, we're at the beach. I don't want a pizza. You know, that's just, you know. Okay, and now we're focusing our attention back down here again. Making sure that this thing here is locked. Huh. Hold on, just give me a moment here. What the heck is going on with this camera? Hold on, let me make sure here. Alright. Hey, I'd rather make sure it's locked than have a catastrophic error and it falls on the ground. 4K cameras, especially today with tariffs, are expensive, and we break this. It's the end of the show. I just have to talk about it through a voice recorder or use the phone, but I don't know how critical it is. It shows they go on the back side like this. There were some places, guys and gals, who were looking for meals. They were expensive. We're talking expensive. There were some places that were charging $30 for a plate for food. I mean, would you pay 20 bucks for a mac and cheese? I'm sure somebody out there does. When I saw that, and I thought, oh man, because I went for seafood, and it was really good. And my nephew did not want any seafood. You know, you got to acquire a taste for it. Some people don't like the texture or the taste of something. I forgot to put this on here. Okay. Yeah, so like a piece of chocolate cake was $15. And, you know, it was my birthday, and I thought, I'm not paying $15 for a piece of cake. I can go and buy a whole sheet cake for that. And they didn't have anything I wanted anyways. So I was like, you know. But everything at the beach is always just ridiculously overpriced, you know. So you really Gonna have to pay the money. So yeah, when I edit these, I'll insert those photos and stuff in there, and I don't think it matters which way this goes in. So far it's Technic. So this is going to take me a little longer because I don't want to mess up on the Technic. So when you get to Technic and you don't feel comfortable, it's okay to take your time. Okay? Take your time, just like, okay, we got this here, that kind of thing. Because Technic can get pretty nasty. Okay, how's that supposed to go on? Oh, right there. With that coming apart. I think that's it. Yeah, that's what they wanted. And this thing goes here. Yeah, Technic, you know, some people say I can't get my Technic together. You just see what I'm doing? I'm just wiggling it in. Just wiggle it. It'll take several tries. Okay. I think that's it. Looks like it. I want to get back into watching my my cartoons. My bad. I don't want people to think I'm watching anime. Gotta make myself sound manly and watch my cartoons, even though if you all know what I'm watching. Alright, looks like we're building ourselves maybe the satellite dish. We haven't done anything with that yet. So the further the experiments go, the more involved they're going to get. So yeah, I'm just not in the mood to do this one today. Let me bring this in for you here. So when I do like after the end of this one, I will tack on the experiment at the very end. In fact, my nephew went in for to a dentist appointment. He hasn't been back yet. Probably went to go see one of his friends. He's very bad about not telling everybody where he's at, you know, if he's an adult. And then, boy, I'll hear an earful of that, like, oh, he should let us know, and all that stuff, and I stay out of it. Last time I tried scolding somebody, their mommy got all offended, so I just don't even bother with it. So when they do something wrong, I just sit there, say, hold on real quick. Let me make a bag of popcorn, come back and enjoy the show. It offends them really bad. I'm like, well, hey, you told me not to say anything, so I got something to watch other than cartoons. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to be like here. So at least they tell you here. And it goes on to here. I don't know how critical it is, but see the notch right here? It's supposed to go on the ones without the notch. I'm not sure how critical that is. But I've been reading more of the comments. A lot of you prefer this style. Because I keep it real. I want positive reviews, Jay. Can you make everything positive? Okay, this is the best set in the whole wide world, but why did you give it a bad grade? I don't know, because you told me you wanted to make it positive. Oh, I got some skeleton arms. I've done this a few times. Does it matter which way they go? Doesn't say. But I'm going to put them along this. I'm going to show you here. See the side right here? I don't know how critical that is. So just put them in there like that. If you're not sure, try to match it as closely as you can. Okay. And these get snapped into there. Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. See if I can do this without messing up. They show these down here like this, so you're going to have to manipulate stuff. Oh no. I don't mess up. Hope I don't mess this one up here. Alright. I think it's supposed to be tucked in like that. Just push this down in there. Not that bad, huh? I survived. Is that it? We're getting close. No spaceman? Nothing walking on this? Okay, this here... Oh, it goes like that. I thought this was a satellite dish. But it goes right there. Let me show you here a better way. Right in that hole. Well, that's if I can get it in there, huh? Let me zoom out for you here. It's like the top of like a street lamp. Has some railing on that to make a good, like an observation deck. And now it has to go on top of the tower thing now. Matter of fact, this thing's almost bottomed out. I should have raised the whole camera up a bit more. Jay, you just don't want to do this one. No, I do not want to do this one. I know I keep saying it, but this time I mean it. Yeah, it's where the camera's ever facing upwards. So this here snaps on the back side right here. Like this. Or I could just bring it down and show you like that. So I'm going to start on one end first. I'm going to tack that in there and then swing this one in here. Okay. That's essentially what we did there. But I have a bunch of Technic pins remaining, so something in here is missing. You know what? I think this is not supposed to swing. Let me take a look. Yes, I did forget some Technic pins in here. So you know what I got to do? I got to take this miserable thing apart. I forgot to put these in here. That means I got to tear all that apart and get that manipulated in there. Yep, it's Technic all right. We're going to have to deal with it. Hey, at least I don't censor these. I leave all the mistakes. And some of you thank me for that because, you know, you watch this, just don't make the same mistakes that I'm making. There we go. I just pull this out a little bit, swing it in there, and lock it back in there. Now I got to put it back together. That's all it is. Imagine having my VTuber sidekick on here. It'd be kind of cool to have a commentary guy. Jay, dude, you cannot do this right, man. You really totally... Oh, I almost said a bad word. Whoopsie, I don't want to get involved with that because I don't want somebody getting mad at me. I don't know what that's for there. And that's it. So basically what you do is you shove this guy in here like that. Now we already know what's going to happen if you pull that. And I don't feel like rebuilding that thing. I'm not even going to bother with it until the main build. Can I zoom this thing all the way out? Because I know my macro is turned on. No. That means I'm going to have to back the camera up more. We'll save that for later. I don't want to have to rebuild that. It's meant to fall down and you have to put it back together. So I'm going to do that. No, 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 no. I'm not going to have to. I don't want to put that together. We'll save that for the final part. Why? Because I don't want to mess with that, and that's what we have remaining for bag 4. Okay, now we got bag 5, and we're going to solve an issue here. So, yeah, that's not too good, huh? We're going to fall down and crash somewhere, but we don't want to do that. So it looks like bag 5, yeah, that's going to be very painful, huh? So we need to find a way to make some kind of landing gear for this. And that's what we're going to do now. Hey, like I said though, we're doing the whole enchilada here. Most big boys won't even cover that. Now, if you're watching my videos, you want to try doing this stuff yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a popular YouTuber or not. Here's the deal. You're backing up your experience for future viewers. You know, you may do this at a different approach. It doesn't matter what set you're doing. Well, did I open up the right bag? I did, but I was expecting something better than that. So we just got to invent something here. Well, let's invent or solve or whatever. Where did that come? Oh, it must have came from that. So what we need to add some landing gear to this to kind of cushion the blow. So what I can see here is I'd grab these. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I mean, how many people are really going to sit down and watch me build this boring old thing? I don't know. Well, I'll know once I'm done. I don't know right now, so I'm just kind of guessing that you're I'm probably putting some of you to sleep on this one. I could just read the comments now. Jay, that looks boring. I ain't gonna build it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't build it too. So we got a couple of these here and some sockets. So let's just do this here. Let's do this and see here. Because that's not good enough. We're going to have to get a little creative. So I'm just going to do this here. Now, at least with these last two sections, you can use your imagination to solve the problem. That's always good. Imagine getting into computer programming. I get clients sometimes that are trying to show me something. I'm like trying to explain to them, yeah, it's not really possible without doing this or that. Or you're going to have to pay for an extended service for this to be, you know, for a job to be completed. That kind of thing. But it's up to me to use my imagination to kind of show them. So I'm just sticking these on here, and I'm just doodling. I'm just doodling. Now, when I do the experiment on this and I run it through, I'm not taking all this off. And then we see it's got to be like a spring. So if this thing were to drop, it doesn't crash. This will cushion the blow. Let's put that right there. Jay, like you're having a lot of fun. No, I'm not having a lot of fun. I'll be having fun when it's in my parts bin. I don't know what the lassos are for here. They give you a lot of parts in here to try to build what you want here. They got different methods that you can do with this. They got bionicle fingers, all that stuff. But you know what might be better? Is using these as springs. So when it falls down, it'll go boing instead of just splat. I mean, who wants to pick all that up? I don't. Bad enough I got to pick up stuff around the house. Oh, say, did they give me another finger? You don't have to use all the parts. Sometimes it's recommended. So you can even shove these down here too if you wanted to, but we got to make it more elaborate. Something like that. So now, if that drops, but we're going to save the full final finale for that. And yeah, so it kind of cushions the blow. So I mean, yeah, I would just use it like that. I mean, you could do yours any way you want. Okay. This would be good for rugged terrain, too. And this right here is what we have remaining so far with the build. They give you a little bit, so you could try different methods and styles. This is what I see in my mind. But I'm sure your mileage will vary. Alright, so now we're going to invent. So we did the solve in the last one. I mean, who doesn't think of banana cream pies when they're out in space, right? Especially when you're in Mars. I mean, you got to be hungry, right? So what does this guy got to do? Well, bag 6 is going to tell us. We got to make some kind of easy bake oven. Okay. Well, let's make him happy. Let's make him happy. Okay, we don't need that anymore. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. Get enough, I can start rejecting more of these type of sets and just do more customs. And I want to thank everyone for checking out my rebrickable profile, checking out all the stuff. And this one didn't come without a scratch. That didn't scratch. That's good. You know, that stuff here. Okay, both these look pretty good. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone for taking the time, if you could tolerate me, for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff. Because that's always a big help. Because, you know, I do this stuff for fun, but sometimes a little extra, it helps. It really does. You know, you can, and feel free to share my content too. I've noticed some people have been sharing my content on their Discord servers and stuff. I really appreciate that. Okay, so now we got to make ourselves a way to deliver food. How do we do this? Where do we start? So it looks like most of this build here has got these. So it's pretty much the same as that. Okay. So trying to find a way to lock this thing together here. And try not to yawn in your ear. So it's basically a food pod. Okay. But they show it like this here. And at least with something like this though, folks, you can just imagine. Think on how to put it together. Now I'm going to stick these here. Do they have any other plates? Oh yeah, they do. Let's take these back off. Now watch how I do this. Now here's the deal. If you want to get into mock building, like, you know, you see me build those big houses, campers, and stuff like that. I take stuff apart a lot. I don't build stuff right the first time. So if anybody's watching this, saying, Jay, how do you come up with this? You just, you have to take stuff apart just to get it to work. I don't know anybody that can build something right the first time. I know I can't. You know, so if you're like, Jay, I can't do this. Yeah, you can. Don't say you can't. Alright, so I made a mistake here. Where's that brick separator at? At least it comes with the tool. Looks like my nephew's home from the dentist. No, maybe not. I don't see his car. That's the beauty about having cameras. I can see what's going on. I want to push these out a bit more. Let me get these out of here then. I mean, they give you very little here to work with. Now, you don't have to copy what I'm doing here. If you want to do yours a whole different way, feel free to do so. Or if you want to copy this, sure. This set here is for you to explore. Okay? For you to use your mind and say, hey, I want to do it. I don't like the way Jay did it, so I'm going to do it my own way. You know, that's the whole point. Basically, these sets are designed as introductory courses to mock building. Ooh, we got a pie. Stick that in there. It gives you a banana too, so you got to have something in there. Now we're going to put these in here. Well, I won't be able to put the pie in there. I wish they gave me a jumper plate or something, but they didn't. And they give me candlesticks. Alright, well, let's put the other side on here. See if I can put the pie back in there. Yeah, it's in there. And now we got to close the top of this off somehow. We got a bunch of these. We got a couple of these here. We have two more. You know what I'm guessing? Have an opening top on this. Well, how many of these do we have? 4. Oh, we've got to put the bread in there. It's like a lunch pail. I mean, we don't want to do that. But you know what? That does fit like that. How many of these do we get here? I also do inventory too. You never know. Like we got 4 of these. But I didn't use those in the last one. See what I'm going to do? I got to make a safety latch, like an interlock type thing here. You know, I'm just kind of guessing here. We also got to put this thing on the top too, and it's got to be right in the center. So how do we do that? They don't give you a whole lot of parts. So how do you attach this to the top? We've got a couple of slopes here. I mean, that would make sense to do that. Or that looks a lot better. So how do we put that on there? Let's see here. I do need the ball joints. We have 2 of these. I didn't use these in the last one. Try not to yawn in your ears. Now these are impromptu builds. I didn't rehearse these, so... that would work, right? But it doesn't open up all the way. I mean, can't even get anything out of there. Yeah, they don't give you a whole lot of parts to work with, just the bare minimum. I could probably come up with something more creative. And when you're in a mock building, yeah, you will run into this issue too. Okay, now we're going to start building the landing gear for this. We don't have those springs this time, so we're going to have to... you know what, let's not do that. We may save these... well, we can't use these for the top, because I need to have a hook on there. You know what? Maybe we can. No, maybe we can't. Let's use our bionicle fingers here. Works, right? We'll do that. Yeah, I'm already sweating like a hog in here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put those in there. Whoops. Well, that's why I got extra ones of these. But you know what? We can put these at the bottom here. And it doesn't matter because the legs are flexible. These are going to give us some extra support. I don't need to worry about that there. But to make it more interesting, we'll just shove those in there. How about that? Now we can get back onto adding our bionicle fingers. And yeah, these are just basically for fun, you know. I don't think I've read any. Well, I was gone, so I didn't really. I always saw were the positive comments. I got to check YouTube and see if I got any rude ones I got to remove. Somebody did ask me, do I ever remove bad comments? Oh yeah, I've removed some that were just bad, like just totally just like what? I had to read it like a million times. I'd pass it off to a friend. Say, what do you think of this comment? He goes, oh, they're insulting you. Like, oh, okay, then we'll get rid of that then. So basically, you would just stick these out like this. Oh, we're missing a finger. Whoopsie. And basically, if you were to drop this, I think that's good enough. Yep. There's our lunch right there. And I think we're good here, because I'm going to save the other parts for the experiment. So if it falls apart there, then I'll have to do that. I may do the thumbnail before I do the experiment, though. And this is what we have remaining. Now you could use these parts for anything you wish, you know. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I forgot? It came with an egg. Well, let's toss that in there. How am I going to toss it in there? Well, it disintegrated, so that answered my question. Whoopsie. Boy, this thing really is kind of built sloppy, huh? There we go. I just wish there was a way to do a better hinge top, but that's as best as you can get. Now we can get back to it. And that's it. For this, for experiment number 2. And yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just not a fan of, I don't know, I have to give it a try. But in order to do that, I got to back the camera up like 20 million feet away. Even with the mackerel turned on, I could just turn that off, but it's messy in here right now. For those who don't know, when you're doing nothing but Lego set after Lego set, you don't have time to clean. And I got to back it up even more. I'm running out of floor space in here. I mean, literally, there's just literally boxes upon boxes in here. Since I've joined the LAN, they'll send me a bunch of sets for review. And I used to tell the kiddies, you can never not have enough Lego to do things. Well, no, you can have a lot, all right. You can have too much of it. And everything is white. Let me put my finger up here. You know what? I got a better idea. Let me set this brick separator up here. I thought it would fit in there. The reason why is, oh come on, do we have anything that would fit on that? I just want to get this miserable set done so I can do something fun. Yeah, I'm right at the very top here. I'm literally just, I can't go any further. That's, I am zoomed out all the way and I can't get this thing to do anything. I cannot wait to get this turd done. Do I even need a turntable? I better not, because that's as bad as... yeah. Jay, just throw in the towel. I know, I wish I could, huh? I can't. And let me back this up here. I gotta do a thumbnail next. That's why I have that brick on the top so I can see it. The problem is this camera, it's not picking up the coral that much. I think that's good enough, and I can't hide this. This is actually a wall lamp. For those who don't know, I have a bedside lamp in here. I don't have the professional lighting like all the other big boys do. For those who've been watching me for so long, I've changed my setup very little. Very little. So I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just kind of flex all this around. Let's get everything staged up. I'm going to do a thumbnail real quick. Then if I do it and something breaks, then that's fine. You know, let me get my minifigure out of here. You know, look at this. It's all air. So you're building something like, wow, look how I built something really big, right? Yeah, my campers alone have more parts than this, and they're very small, but they're all solid. They're not aired. All right. And then we got our minifigure here. So what I'll have to do is bring the figure up here, which does focus in, and then bring him back out here. Well, that's it. Yeah, let me make sure everything is set up right here, because I just want to get this one done here. And then I think that's good enough for a thumbnail. All right, yeah, let's get the thumbnail done here. For the next experiment, we have what appears to be a gravity machine that you're supposed to drop something down to the surface here. But before we start, we're going to take a look at our minifigure. Get the radio out of this way. That tile is printed. Nice print work for the torso, and I think it's got a double-sided head. Yeah, that's how I'm going to be when I get in that contraption there. It's not too bad. And part of the building is to build some kind of a pod with a landing thing on the bottom. This is part of the experiment here. Let's see if this thing will land. And of course you can open this up and stick your minifigure inside. So let's do that real quick here. Hopefully I don't mess up. I'm doing it all one-handed today. Set that there. And yay, fits in pretty comfortably. And yeah, just like with the other pieces, this stuff is printed. And the last part here is a place to deliver food. I mean, why not? I mean, you got to have those banana cream pies, bananas, you got a bread and an egg in there. And there's really no way to get into it, but I'll pop that off. So that's what it looks like on the inside there. And this has to land safely down on the surface of Mars too. And yeah, so yeah, not too bad there with that. Now, let's do some experimenting here. Let's see how this works. There's a button up here you can press. Let me bring this here closer to you. And yeah, that's essentially what this is. I'm not sure if you're supposed to stand in that or what. I don't know exactly what the point of that's for. You just press that. Maybe that's the way we got to do the Morse codes with the dots and the dits and stuff. Okay, well, let's get our legs situated here. We're going to use this to drop right down onto this platform here. Now this just lifts up and it goes in here. And yes, it's very crude. It can make or break this thing. I already took my thumbnail, so if it breaks, we're going to, you know. So, well, let's see what happens. We're going to hold the bottom here, make sure everything is kind of situated here. Let's hope nothing breaks and it lands, because I haven't tested this out yet. So here we go. I'm going to put my hand right down here just in case this thing wants to roll off. Well, here we go. Well, that's a heck of a drop, but look, no damage, just these got bent up, but yeah, not too bad. All right, well now he's landed somewhat safely at the bottom. He's getting a little hungry, so you just stick this in here. Now, will his lunch make it down safely? I doubt it, but we'll find out. Let's see here. Well, I think it did. So yeah, I think it's supposed to land like that, but that's kind of crude there. But hey, nothing fell apart. His lunch is still intact, so that's even better. But for the most part, this experiment's mostly just about gravity on Mars and stuff. Can you land on something like this safely? Yeah, for the most part we did. I mean, nothing disintegrated, but man, if you're in here without being properly strapped down, those G-forces alone are gonna make you wish you were somewhere else. But I think this experiment here is okay. Building it, yeah, it was all right, but it's kind of crude. And if you're not careful, if you don't put this together the right way, it took me a few tries. If you drop this thing's supposed to disintegrate. Well, I got lucky. I didn't have to pick anything up, which is really good.